Lipstick Gal, thank you so much for watching today. I'm trying to finish up my lipstick declutter. I've already recorded two or three lipstick declutters today? There's been a few. I've been trying so hard to get it done because I had them all separated by color family, and that's not the way I normally store them. I store them by brand and then by color, so I know what I have, and they've been everywhere and I can't find anything and it's driving me insane. So I'm gonna finish my declutter so I can get it organized and know what I have and get rid of the rest. By the way, this Beautylish box right here is full to the brim of lipsticks I'm decluttering. And I still haven't finished my reds or my corals and oranges. Okay, all right, let's get into it. Today I am doing red lipsticks, but these are high-end red lipsticks. Some of these I might even say are luxury reds. All right, I'm gonna start with the sheerest formulas and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. And if you wanna see the rest of my makeup declutter for 2021, I will link it for you here and in the description box below. I counted them all before I started and then I forgot how many I had. I think there's 48, 49. There's a lot of red lipsticks here, and these are just the high-end ones. Can you imagine having 50 high-end red lipsticks? Okay, I know. You can laugh with me, you can laugh at me. I need to stop laughing and realize this is a problem and not continue to dig myself this hole. But one of my favorites that I love with my whole heart is this YSL Rouge Volupté Shine. This is one that I actually had engraved with my YouTube and Instagram handle. Oh, I love, it's so pretty. And the formulation is just glorious. That is like down and back. And I like that it's shiny. It is definitely like a balm, but a colorful balm. You can really build it up. If you want more pigmentation than this, I mean, you can just keep like swippy swiping to your heart's delight, and it is juicy, it is delicious. I love this. I have so many of the Rouge Volupté. This is the only red I have, and this is the shade number 45. I think it's Rouge Tuxedo. I got this is the Ilia lip conditioner in the shade Arabian Nights. I think it was in last year's Give Me More Lip from Sephora, the yearly lip kit that they do. I love the color. I like that it's just a little bit more cranberry. This seems to be a little bit more cherry. The problem I have with this, first of all, is that maybe it's, I don't know. I wonder if they put it in the kit because they'd had them on the shelves for a while and they needed to move the product. The problem I have is the texture has changed. When I bought this lipstick originally, more than a decade ago, I loved it and I used it down to the nubbin. I bought another one, and halfway through that one, I had a friend who said she could never find the right red lipstick, and I was like, try this. She loved it. She bought another one for herself. The problem I have with this lipstick is I wonder if it's coming close to its use by date or pitch it date. The reason I say that is although I love this shade, the one thing I have noticed as I apply this and I put it on my lips, I feel like there's texture in the bullet. Like there's little beads of maybe oils or butters that have kind of coalesced that didn't used to be that way. Because I don't remember that when I first got this a year ago. And it had been sitting kind of forgotten for a while, and I pulled it out the other day and the texture feels different. I don't know. I really love this shade Arabian Nights, but I don't like the texture of this formula anymore, and it didn't start out like that. So I think that's the first one I'm gonna let go. I had at one point probably 50 or 60 Lipstick Queen lipsticks. Love that brand so much. This is a shade they don't make anymore. I don't even know if Lipstick Queen is even still around, but this is the shade Aloha. This was the most beautiful kind of orangey sheer red for summer. Ooh, it's still good. I think I'm gonna hang on to that because you can't find this shade anymore. I love that formula. Another Lipstick Queen lipstick that I have loved for years. This is maybe my 7th, 8th tube of this. I don't know. Every time I run through it, and we're getting close, I always buy another one. This is the shade Medieval. So this is multiple swipes. I love a sheer red, but this is almost like a not red. Now you can build it up. I'm gonna build up a swipe next to it so you can see that yes, you can get more pigment out of it if you want. But I usually wear it like this. This is kind of like my no color red lipstick. And I know that sounds stupid because red lipstick is always like the boldest, biggest, brightest, but not this one. And it feels like a lip balm in the best way. This is my grown-up version of the lip smackers that I fell in love with as a kid. I still have the Dr. Pepper lip smackers. I'm gonna hang on to this and hang on to this as well. This is a gorgeous, super comfortable shade. I picked up one of the Glossier Ultra Lips this summer when they launched. I was very curious about this. This is the shade Fete, and it tends to be a super glossy, super shiny. It can be sheer, like one swipe is definitely not quite so much, but I love this lipstick. I have used a lot of this lipstick for as many reds as I have and sheer reds. The fact that I have used like a quarter of that just in the last handful of months means I really like it. The last sheer red I have is an old Lancome lipstick. This was the first sheer red I fell in love with, probably, I don't know, almost 20 years ago. And this is the old L'Absolu Rouge lipstick packaging from many, many moons ago. I went through 3 bullets of this and I'm almost done with this one, but I quit using it years ago because it is no longer good. It smells like a crayon. Anytime your lipsticks smell waxy or like a crayon, they have passed their prime. Time to pitch them. But I always keep this for color reference. And the closest color I can get to this is the medieval one from Lipstick Queen. I don't know that I need to keep this. I love it. This is the shade Red Chiffon. They don't make this anymore, but I think it's time to let it go. I'm just gonna do my red lip crayons or lip pencils at this point. And I'm gonna start with this one here from NARS. I think this is the shade Luxembourg. Oh, this is kind of like a beautiful raspberry red. I've always loved this. This is, I believe, the satin formula. Yes, this is not the matte. This is the satin formula I love so much. I'm gonna hang on to this. I have a couple from Lipstick Queen. These are the Cupid's Bow. I have one in the shade Daphne. I don't need both of these. Which one do I keep? The NARS or the... I'm gonna keep the NARS. The other Lipstick Queen Cupid's Bow shade I have is Desire. And this one is more a straight up like red. I don't think I need this. I have a ton of other lipsticks that are this shade that I think I like better. This is one from Glow Minerals. This one is interesting because it has a sharpener right here in the cap. And you know, you can take this out, put it in here, sharpen, and you always have a way to keep your pencil sharp even with you, which I think is fantastic. And this shade in Crush is very much an orangey red. I don't think I need this one either. Now, this is where you're gonna laugh. I have a full size and a mini of the same red lipstick from YSL. This is the Pure Couture, and this is the shade 1. I love this lipstick. It's beautiful. It's one of my absolute favorites. And I believe that this mini came in a holiday set, and it is still pristine and brand new. I'm going to keep the big one and give the little one to a friend who can use it. I said I was gonna do that last year, and I never did it. So it's time to find someone who's actually going to love that. I have a couple of reddish lipsticks from Hourglass. This is the original shade My Icon Is. And these are in the Confession Slim. Love. I remember trying their original shade Icon, and it was kind of like my Snow White lipstick. I loved that lipstick. I had it in the old refillable packaging from many moons ago. And when they re-released it in this, I was like, yes, thank you very much. This is one where you can take it out of this packaging here and put it into an applicator like this. I only have 2 Hourglass applicators, so I always keep it in this little guy here because it does twist up and it is like a little mini lipstick. This one here is the shade At Dusk. It tends to be a little bit more like deep and bricky, but I love both of these. I just wish they weren't so expensive because you're really not getting a ton of lipstick here. That's all you're getting. And you're paying an arm and a leg, even just for the little refill. So I don't know that they're worth the price that you're paying for them, but they are luxurious and they're beautiful, and I'm hanging on to both. So I mentioned that I had a love affair with Lipstick Queen lipsticks many moons ago when the original owner, Poppy, and I forget her last name right now, owned the company and I had so many of them, and I find that I've had them for so long they just don't last anymore. This one here is the shade, I think this one's called Eden, and it was supposed to be everybody's perfect red. And it was supposed to have some blue flecks in it, and I never liked it. I never thought it was great. It's also old, so I'm gonna let that one go. And I do have one of their silver screen lipsticks. This one is in the shade Have Paris. Actually, this one's still good. How is that? I don't know. I have some others that I bought at the same time that I've already decluttered because they aren't still good. It's a really pretty glossy red lipstick. I love the packaging. The packaging is beautiful. The ones that are exactly like this Art Deco packaging but are gold, are the velvet lipsticks, the velvet rope lipsticks, and they are the matte lipsticks. I think I've decluttered all of my velvet ropes because they went bad. And these silver screens are ones that I bought later, and this one is still good. Would I wear this though? I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I have a super soft spot in my heart for Clinique lipsticks. I bought my first lipstick from Clinique and repurchased Clinique lipstick probably all the way through probably my early to mid 20s. And I still will go and get like a chubby lipstick. Sometimes I will go and buy one of their pop lipsticks, and this one is my favorite. So this one's real, beat up, but it's been around the block for a while. This is Cherry Pop. I love this so much. It is my most used non-Lisa Eldridge red lipstick. As you can see, it has more pink, almost a little bit more watermelon or cranberry look to it, but I love this. This isn't going anywhere. Another one that I like, I got this one in gift. I can't remember the last time I got gift from Clinique. I haven't bought a lot of Clinique. This one's called Ginger Flower. I really like this one. Am I keeping this one too? I think so. And then the last one I have is one of their dramatically different lipsticks. It's when they reformulated and put a hydrating core in the center. This one is called Code Red. I used to love and wear Code Red all the time before. Oh, I can see why. I like the way these wear. Now these are cream lipsticks. They're not super long wearing. I'm gonna hang on to that one, by the way. But I really feel like if you're looking for a less expensive high-end lipstick, because I mean, they're $20. They're not like a drop in the bucket. You're really committing to a lipstick. I feel like Clinique makes great quality lipsticks at a less expensive price when it comes to what you can find at a Sephora, at an Ulta, or at your local department store. Clinique lipsticks, I feel, are extremely underrated. I've always liked the formula. They wear really well. They have beautiful shades, and they have a variety of finishes depending on what you really like. If you want matte, if you want sheer, if you want cream, if you want kind of a hydrating, they've got it all, and some really beautiful shades. I have 3 reds from Estee Lauder. These are all in holiday packaging. 2 of them are from this year's lipstick set from Macy's. I guess no, one of them is from the lipstick set and one of them is from the holiday train case. This one here is a more burgundy leaning one. This one's called LA Noir. I like this one. I have been using it. This one right here came in the train case, the blockbuster for this year, and this one is everything my red lipstick dreams are made of. I love this shade. It's kind of like a hot tomato red. This shade, by the way, is called Excite. I feel like both of these lipsticks have a place in my collection. They're brand new. I already got rid of 2 in a previous declutter that came in that set of 5 lipsticks. And for me, they just they weren't going to be used. Now these 2 I know I will use if I declutter a lot of the rest of what I don't need. This one here came from a set a couple years ago. Still good. This one here is called Envious. Ooh, how does this look next to the other one? So here is Envious. LA Noir tends to be a little bit more burgundy. This tends to be a little bit more orangey, and this tends to be a little bit more straight up red. Do I have other reds that I like better than this? I've had this for a while. I think I can probably let this go because I haven't used it as much. And I have been reaching for these since I got them just last month. All right. Oh, I'm running out of space. I'm going to take my bracelet off and just keep going farther down the wrist. I have a couple of cream lipsticks from Bite. This is the formula that I loved so much that they don't make anymore. This is the Amuse Bouche. Oh, it's still good. This one here is called Gazpacho. I love this. It's gonna be an awkward swatch because it's right over my wrist bone. See if I can straighten it out at all. A little sideways, a little crazy, but I love this. And since it's still good, I like the pigmentation of this so much. This is one that I also really liked. This is their Long Wear Outlast lipstick. This is one that stains, and I'm kind of hesitant to swipe it on, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And this one here is called Sangria Slush. So Sangria Slush is right here and Gazpacho is right here. I love that they both have kind of like Spanish influenced names. This is a limited edition red lipstick for VIB Rouge from Marc Jacobs. And it is a little teeny tiny mini, and it's a Lamarque, and the shade here is So Rouge. And you could only buy it if you were Rouge, and it was kind of like the Rouge gift they sent out when you reached Rouge status. I'm gonna let this go. I never really reached for this, and this is not my favorite lipstick formula, and Marc Jacobs Beauty is being discontinued, so I don't feel like I need to hang on to it. This is one that I have loved, and I wish that MAC still had this. This is an amazing formula. This is the Lip Tensity formula, and the shade here is called Mulling Spices. It is the most gorgeous. It's still good. I'm keeping you. I know you're discontinued, and only me is gonna love it and use it, but love, 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 love. This is a really funny story. I picked this lipstick up. This is one from Jane Iredale, and I picked it up because I went shopping one day and I forgot a lipstick, and I was about to walk into a store, and so I ran across the street to a salon that sold Jane Iredale, and I bought this lipstick, and I really, really loved it. It's right over here. I think this is Margie. Yep, Margie. And oh, she's still good. And I've used a lot of it. More than half of it I have used. I really like this lipstick. I think if I were to leave it in my purse, I think there's so much more in here than there is in those Hourglass lipsticks. This still cost me a pretty penny. It was like more than $30, but I love this. I'm gonna hang on to that. So I have two little minis left. These came in holiday sets. The first one I have is an Audacious lipstick from NARS. It came in a holiday set, I think 2 years ago. This one is the shade Rita. I don't really use it that much. Boy, these swatches, I mean, if my arm is straight, it's great. And then the minute I turn it to show you, it goes all crooked and wonky. I don't think I'm gonna keep this. This one here is from Laura Mercier, and this one here is called Red Amour. I loved this, but it's definitely more of a bright red. Oh, but it's not good anymore. Aww. Use your lipsticks up before they go bad. I better get going a little bit faster. We're going to be here all night. I'm going to start with my Lisa Eldridge mattes. This moves us into the matte formulas. This first one here is Velvet Morning. It's my favorite orangey red lipstick. This isn't going anywhere. I also got the entire set of reds when she first launched these in 2018. And this one here is Velvet Jazz. It's more of a brick red. You can see this distinct difference there. That one's hanging out. My most used red is the one in Velvet Ribbon. Mine is becoming like a flat little nub. I use this thing all the time. I recently picked up the Velvet Ribbon liner. Oh, beautiful. And this is kind of terrible to admit. I bought this a year ago and I've only worn it a handful of times. And I think it's because I haven't taken the time to whiten my teeth, and it brings out the yellow in my teeth. This one is the shade Velvet Dragon. So that's Velvet Dragon. I'm gonna hang on to all of these, pull out my tooth whitener, and wear any lipstick I want. I've had this lipstick from Makeup Forever for a long time. It was a limited edition holiday release from several years ago. This is the shade 400. It's the Artist Rouge matte. I think they've repackaged these. This one is very much kind of like it's hard to swatch, over knobbly knuckles. But this one is very much a straight up kind of cherry red. It's too old. Oh, I gotta let that go. I love the packaging on this though, kind of like those brush strokes. Beautiful, beautiful. This is one, I don't even know that this is, I don't know if it's Hot Red Center or it's Hot Rose Center. This thing on the, oh, must be Rose. This was one of my absolute favorite shades, and it was always out of stock, always out of stock. So it really should have been swatched with the pinks. But this is from Lipstick Queen. This is the, well, This isn't good anymore. Oh man, I lost track of this lipstick and I loved it so much. This is one of the Powder Kiss lipsticks I have from MAC. It's the only one I have. I really like this formula. I think this formula is beautiful. I just don't need a bunch of them. This one's called Shocking Revelation. I love the kind of blurred, soft line effect I get from it. I love this. This is one of the few MAC lipsticks that I love. I like the Lip Tensity ones. I like this one. I think I've got rid of all the rest. I don't know why I still have this. So this summer, Bite Beauty released a new formula of lipstick. This is their Power Move Soft Matte Lipstick. This is the shade Hot Tomato. So the shade is right up my alley. And it looks very similar in formula to the Powder Kiss, but I don't like it. And I don't like the way it wears. And I wore it for a week solid. Is it a bad lipstick? No. Is it worth the 20 whatever dollars this is? I don't think so. I love the old Amuse Bouche. I don't like the Power Move. I think I'm past the point where I can return it. I might hang on to it for a while and see if I can find a way to make it work for me. But if you ever buy something and you know instantly when you try it on, I don't like it, the color's not right, the formula's not right, I'm not really gonna wear this shade, return it within those first 30 to 60 days. Some places let you go as long as 90 days with a receipt, but just return it and get your money back. I have a little mini from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Elson. I don't really like her lip formula. No. Goodbye. I have 3 lipsticks left in the matte lipsticks, and they are all from Besame. I love these Besame lipsticks. This one here is Victory Red. It's a reproduction of a 1945 lipstick that the USO gave to women who were working during the war. I love that. Beautiful shade. Looks amazing on me. Another one that I have is the shade Cherry Red. I have kind of really used and abused this. I think I broke the bullet off at one point and tried to melt it and reattach it. I don't know if I did a good enough job, but I was not letting go of this lipstick. It's right here. I love the Besame formula. I think they make an amazing lipstick, and for what you're getting, it's really reasonably priced. So this is one of their traditional matte lipsticks. This is the shade Red Hot Red, and it's in limited edition packaging. It came with their Marilyn Monroe collection. I got it this summer. I've been wanting to pick up this shade for a long time, but I love, this is like my favorite kind of orangey red lipstick. Love it. They're all staying. I'm just down to liquid lipsticks. I have 2 of the same, one that's unopened from Kat Von D and one that is open. This is the shade Outlaw, so this is gonna go to a friend. I don't think I'm gonna keep this, but let me swatch it for you anyway. I love the color. The color of this is amazing, but I was never able to wear this formula without it making my lips a flaky, dry desert. So bye-bye. Another one that I really wanted to like but didn't really work for me is the Sephora Cream Liquid Lipstick. This is the shade, I think it's just shade number 1, and it's kind of like a bricky kind of cranberry-y red. This is a sample that came in one of their Give Me More Lips. I'm gonna let that go. Here's another liquid lipstick. This came in a holiday set several years ago. It's the Too Faced Melted Matte. This is Cinnamon Bear. And, oh, it smells terrible. It used to smell like a Red Hot. I never wore the shade because it was a little dark for me. It read a little bit dark on me, but now that it smells bad, that one's gotta go. Another one that I'm gonna have to let go is this lipstick from Lancome. This is their matte shaker. I don't even know if it shakes anymore, but I really loved this. This was a really nice formula. It didn't make my lips dry. Oh, but it's so old and so bad. And I don't know what shade this is. Was this Cherry Symphony? No, this one's called Kiss Me Cherie. But I'm gonna let this go. I have a favorite formula of liquid lipsticks. It's from YSL, but I can't keep all of them. So my favorite one is this. This is the Tatouage Couture. And this one here is in the shade 10. I love this lipstick. I love everything about it. It's right here. I also really do like the little paddle applicator. It's fantastic, but this shade is amazing. This one's gonna stay. The next 2 I have tend to be a little bit more deep and berry-y. This one is the shade number 8. I wore this one the other day and I really liked it. think I can probably let that one go. This is the shade number 5. I really loved these, but I haven't worn this shade in forever. So here's shade number 5. It's actually more of a mauvey berry shade. Should have been swatched with my berries that I did earlier today. I'm gonna let this one go too. So I'm only keeping number 10. I do have a mini of the shade number 1. And this is kind of like that bright tomato red. I love the formula of this lipstick. I love the shade of this lipstick. It wears really well and it doesn't dry my lips out. So I'm gonna keep shade number 1 and shade number 10 and get rid of the other 2. This is one from M Cosmetics. This is the Infinite Lip Cloud. This is the shade Red Divine. It is absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite lipsticks. And I just discovered this formula this year. I wish with my whole heart that I had found this when it first launched. And I never bought it because I was like, oh, Michelle Phan, why did you come out with a matte liquid lipstick? I don't wear liquid lipsticks. They make my lips a desert, a disaster, a flaky, gross mess. Not this. This is moussey. This is comfortable. You do get transfer. It doesn't dry down completely, but it's not one that's gonna go outside your lip line. It's comfortable and it doesn't dry my lips out. Another one that is comfortable and doesn't dry my lips out is the one from Rare Beauty. This is the Lip Souffle, and this is the shade Inspire. And this shade tends to be a little bit, not quite as thick as the other ones. It's a little bit sheer, and it is definitely more of a kind of orangey, tomatoey red. I like that I have it in a mini because when was the last time I finished a full-size liquid lipstick? Couldn't tell you. I'm gonna take a minute to count up what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of. I don't think I'm getting rid of at least half, and I probably should. I might make some last minute. You gotta go, you gotta go. I can't keep you all. All right, so I'm keeping 29 high-end red lipsticks. There's a lot of them in here. I love these. I can't bring myself to part with them. I just need to reach for them more frequently. I have been wearing a lot of kind of blushy and mauve tones. I need to pull out the reds. Not just because the holidays are coming, just because it's my favorite color. And I'm getting rid of 23. I did put a few last minute changes in here. I decided to drop in the NARS and to drop in the Lipstick Queen Silver Screen. The $50 lipstick. Use your lipsticks. I just feel like I don't really, although I love them, I hadn't really been reaching for either of those. And I feel like I have everything that I want and I will reach for in the 29 that I'm keeping. So that's a lot. This is what's hard for me. Not only is red my favorite color, lipstick is my favorite makeup item. So I have an exaggerated amount of lipstick, more than anyone could possibly ever wear. But I like to have a variety of finishes. I want the sheer balmy ones. I want the creamy ones. I want the satin ones. I want the matte ones. And even a good liquid lipstick, I want it all. And then I realize I overpurchase. And so if I were to have done all of my reds, because I did drugstore reds before this, there would have been no way to get them all swatched and shown to you. And it would have been overwhelming for me. I wouldn't have been as brutal as I needed to be. But I'm wishing I was getting rid of more than 23, but I can't look at any of these and go, and you get to go, and I'm just keeping these. These guys here make me happy, and I would happily reach for any one of them anytime I'm searching for a red. I don't feel like I have a bad red in the bunch. And I'm glad I have a wide variety of finishes as well as shades, you know, a little more tomatoey, a little bit more bricky red. That's great. All right, let me know what you overpurchase. Maybe it's not lipstick, maybe it's dishes, maybe it's coffee mugs, maybe it's toys for your pet. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below, because we all have something, don't we? Something that we have more than we can possibly use. Apparently it's red lipstick for me. Lipstick in general, but then red lipstick, and then I can't let go of them. I can't. I should just stop buying them. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Have an incredible day. Check the description box below for the other declutter videos that I have. There's a whole playlist of them. You can keep you entertained for a while, watching me agonize over what I'm keeping and getting rid of. I will see you again soon. Have a great day. Bye.